It's the Bootleg Race. It's the Bootleg Racing League Tour Modified Series. Ladies and gentlemen, racing and speed enthusiasts, welcome to the legendary South Boston Speedway. Tonight we gather at this historic Virginia track to witness the spectacle of thunderous tour modifieds as they take center stage for a high-speed battle of wills. In a moment, a grid filled with sleek, agile tour modifieds, open-wheel rockets armed with horsepower and aerodynamic mastery stand as the pinnacle of racing technology. As their engines roar to life, exhaust will fill the air and building in anticipation for the spectacle that awaits. Along with me here in the commentating booth, my name is Brandon Litz. I also have Jeffrey Harden. And Jeffrey, what's got you looking forward to tonight?
Brandon, thank you. I love South Boston. It's a beautiful little track. You know, just under 4/10 of a mile. Nice, smooth pavement. Look, things happen really fast here. You got concrete all around you, so any small mistakes tend to multiply into big mistakes. So that's something you got to look out for, especially when you got track conditions like this. It's 121 degrees on an asphalt temperature. You guys are gonna have a hard time with that.
Yeah, and as that track temperature fluctuates, we might be seeing some cloud cover come over today. And if that does happen, we'll be able to see an increase in grip, and we might be able to see them dicing it up even further. As today goes on, looking at the point standing as it currently sets, we have John Wilson. He is currently leading our points championship. He's closely followed by J.R. Shepard, who's only 7 points behind, and we also have Joseph Zagala, who's just trailing 8 from John. It's going to be an important race for these guys. J.R. Shepard is definitely out there putting up a pace right now. John's really going to have his work cut out for him. What kind of things are you anticipating? Do you think these guys are going to mix it up? We might see some cautions?
Yeah, I expect you to see some cautions. The cars are going to slide on entry. They're going to be really loose off of the corners on the exit. You can see guys bouncing back and forth off the concrete down the straightaways. It should be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, as the green flag's gonna wave, you guys are gonna be able to witness the tour modifieds in all their glory as they roar to life. The acceleration on these cars is amazing. The tail end horsepower on these cars make them a real handle for the drivers. One of the things that we should be seeing today will be not so much running of the higher line at this track. And in your experience, Jeff, what would you say you're going to be seeing those top 3 guys running? What line are we going to be seeing today?
I expect them to be running, low to low on the track. Maybe drifting up a little bit as the tires wear and they get some space, but they'll be down low when they're racing hard.
Absolutely. Just speaking about the point standings as they stand currently, we also have Thomas Hilbert, and he's looking to get in on this as well. He's only 15 behind, and when we're looking at these top 4 guys, do you think Hilbert's the one that has the least to lose in this and most to gain?
Well, I mean, with 2 races left and 23 points back, I mean, it's an extreme long shot, especially when you got JR in front of you. I really look for John Wilson just to try and hold JR off, man. It's tough when you got JR behind you, all those wins, that history, that legacy. It's like a tidal wave pushing on you. You know, you either survive it or you're going down.
Absolutely. Well, our Canadian driver is definitely up to the task today. To be leading this series, he's definitely done an excellent job in consistency. Well, in just a moment here, we're going to have these guys grid up, and we're going to go through your starting lineup. Starting first on the pole will be Donnie Moore. Starting second is Tom Hilbert. We also have Chris Haslip in the 3rd position. 4th, we have Joe Segala. In fifth, we have our points leader, John Wilson. And sixth, we've got Bruce Peterson. In seventh, we've got the legendary J.R. Shepard. And I don't know why they would have your name up there, Jeff, but you are not in that race. All right. And we've got Matt Hoos from Thunder Ridge Racing, also in the ninth, or will be in the 8th position, and Chris Davis is going to be rounding out the field in the 9th position. So some interesting facts about this track. South Boston natives Jeff Burton and Ward Burton spent a lot of their time in late models at this track, and surprisingly, they're the only brothers to win the South Boston Speedway Most Popular Driver Award. No other pair of brothers have been able to accomplish that, which is saying a lot since Hermie Sadler and Elliott Sadler also race at this track in the late model division as well. So we're getting them ready. They're going to be coming back around, and we're going to be going green. Right here, coming up to lining these guys up. What do you think we're going to see with Donnie? Mostly is the one that I'm thinking of. Is he going to really just kind of shoot and try to keep out in front as much as possible? Do you foresee some of these guys trying to just maintain position, or do they feel like it's going to get a little too risky?
I expect Donnie to try to run out and just maintain that position. It's hard to pass here, so position's pretty important.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're about ready to see. Here they go. They're coming to the green flag, and Donnie Moore is leading them down into turn 1.
And 2x2 coming out of turn 2, heading down the backstretch. Looks like Chris Saslett trying to battle way into second place.
And we've got John Wilson still in 4th there. He's trying to maintain position on the bottom of the track.
It looks like they're starting to thin out. Still 2x2 towards the back, and that's where we got all our fast drivers at. See if they can weave their way through. Oh, we got it.
Whoa, correct. And it looks like our points leader has also been involved in this wreck. It has taken out most of the field.
Yeah, that's the issue with South Boston. One little mistake, take everybody out.
Yeah, this track is 45 feet wide for you at home. That is not a lot of space when you're traveling at these speeds and trying to navigate these turns. It did look like somebody got loose up there in the front stretch.
Yeah, looks like
he got a little help, didn't he?
Yeah, a little contact there, maybe a little bit of net code, but yeah, like I said, it collected almost the whole field there.
Sure did.
This is one thing you'll see later in the super late model race that has cautions. And guys will pass up those cautions just to maintain and stay up front to try and stay away from that collateral damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you either want to be way in the back or way out front, but in this case, it didn't help to be in the back at all. So, we're going to pull these guys back around the pace car here. See how they're going to shake out. There's going to be a few of them coming into the pits and trying to go for that quick repair and get back out here, and we're going to line them back up and try it again. This is not foreign idea here. This track is known for a lot of these one lap wrecks. There's been just an infinite amount of late model wrecks that have happened on the backstretch on turn 1 or on the first lap. So these guys aren't the only ones, and probably won't be the last.
I mean,
so it looks like Hazlitt's going to get the wave around here, and nope, it's going to be Wilson's going to get the wave around here and end up on the lead lap. He's going to be very, very happy about that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how many cars will end up on the lead lap after this little kerfuffle.
It's really going to be difficult to tell. Once they get lined back up, then we have a better chance of really seeing who's going to be able to peel up through the field here. We're really kind of just set up the same way that we were, with Shepard making a couple of positions, which is not unheard of with him.
Yeah,
here we go to the green.
Not good news for Donnie Moore at all.
And Donnie is going down into turn 1. They're coming around turn 2. Very, very close. We're racing side by side as well. The 22. He's diving down into that corner. He's given some space there, but it looked like he just didn't have enough pace. Oh, he comes up and clips him.
Oh, it looks like Mr. Aggressive got aggressive.
Oh, that is not good right there. So yeah, well, that was going to bring out a second caution here. And as they're going down in there, I don't know.
Yeah, real tough luck for Chris. I mean, he drove it in, and like I said, these cars on this hot track, they're going to tend to slide up into the corners and want to spin on exit.
Exactly. And it really just takes that little amount of contact with the rear end of that other vehicle, because those tires are spinning so fast. So the moment that gets that vertical or that horizontal shift in the back end of the car, they come right around. So take a look here. We're going to rack them back up, and it looks like we've got Donnie Moore, J.R. Shepard, which was the one thing that we were looking for. He even gained a position on that lap there. So following them would be Pearson and Hoos, and our points leader John Wilson is back there in the 5th position.
Yeah, look for Pearson to try and John Wilson move up real quick. Those guys on the inside, when you get an inside start, you really got to make the most of it on a track like this.
As they come back around here, I believe it's one more to go, and we're going to get them rolling. So Donnie, if I was Donnie Moore, I would be a little bit concerned, and I'd try to glue that thing to the bottom of that track the best that I can, and really hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, a good thing for Donnie would, to force JR high and hopefully have another car stuck up to his bumper and just keep JR up there and let him wear his stuff out. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Absolutely. Wilson's still back there in 5th, and he's definitely wanting to get up here. So we're going to be expecting him to be making some moves and making them quick as we are at lap 15. And as we come back around, we're going to be going green.
I mean,
Shepard,
JR and Hoos can do up on that top side on the restart.
Absolutely. JR Shepard, he's right up there. We have Donnie Moore bringing them to the green flag, and we are green. And Donnie's got a pretty good launch off into turn 1. He was able to break free of Shepard and get out in front. Here we go. We've got Matt Hoosh coming down through as well.
I'd say that's good news for Donnie Moore to see Hoos on Shepard's bumper. Maybe I'll keep him a little busy.
Laser focus. These guys are definitely, as they're trying to gain these positions that are critical in this points battle. This points battle is so close at this point. It does look like the track temperature has came down just a little bit. We're running about 116 on the track temperature. So that's going to help those tires a little bit there, have a little bit more grip, and hopefully keep them a little more secure on the track as they're trying to launch off those corners. All right, we're on.
Oh, it looks like our points leader, John Wilson, got a bad start, lost the position on that restart, all the way back to 6th.
Definitely not the race that John is hoping for, but there's quite a bit of time left here. We'll see what he can do. I'm board with J.R. Shepard, and he is just harassing the back end of Donnie Moore's car. He's looking for any opportunity to sneak that front end in.
Yeah, JR is really methodical in his approach. He'll wear you down, look for your weakness, and get his timing down and strike.
And the hope of pulling away from him is an illusion at this point. He's just got to hold him on.
Oh, with JR and guys like that, when you got somebody behind you, you know it's faster. You kind of change your routine up, trying to throw their timing off. Break or go in the corner a little softer, come out a little harder, vice versa. Change your braking points, your acceleration points. Move up a half a lane, down a half a lane. There's a few things you can do, but it's a lot of work with JR back there.
As Donnie Moore is expertly positioning his vehicle and making it hard on JR. And it looks like Matt Hoos he's saying he's wanting part of this party too. He's getting right up there on JR's bumper as well.
Yeah, as you can see, Matt moving into the picture, JR starting to pick up his tone a little bit. Maybe not as patient now because he knows Matt creates a problem for him.
Anytime that they're racing this close and this fast, there's always that added pressure that somebody's going to make that mistake, and it's the hardest part to try to keep focused and maintain your goals. And we got JR underneath, and he's able to stick it, but it looks like Moore had a little more momentum on the outside. They're coming out of turn 4. JR is still holding that car right down to the bottom of the track. And yet again, it looks like he kind of stifled in momentum. Here we go.
And Donnie's position right there, man, you're trying to just stay out in front as long as you can and hope you get a caution at the right time. This bottom line is so dominant here, and like they are at most American short tracks.
It was really impressive to see them going side by side down through there. Oh, and more. Yeah.
Yeah, things happen quick and fast and in a hurry, and here at South Boston, Donnie went from first to fourth in a matter of a lap.
And now has the potential of damage on the car, and that's not going to bode well for him to try to get back up there and fight JR. Now here's a battle that we see quite often in this league. JR Shepard and Matt Hoos.
If my eyes don't deceive me, I think I see Chris Davis sneaking into the picture back there.
And with Chris, we never know what's going to happen. So with Chris, we'll see if he's going to put some pressure and see how these guys are going to be able to handle it up front. We're now at the 34th lap. JR Shepard is leading the race. Matt Hoos is second. Chris Davis is third. We've got Donnie Moore in fourth. We've got Pearson in fifth. And we've got our points leader, John Wilson, having a really rough day today, all the way back there in that sixth position. He looks like he's not even being able to maintain pace. Do you think that might be a consequence of the previous accident, or do you think that he might just not have his groove today on this?
It's really hard to say. It could be a little bit of car damage, or maybe that incident just rattled his head a little bit and he's just trying to finish the race. Or maybe South Boston's just not a track that he's really comfortable with.
Yeah. Upsetting news for our pointless leader, but not upsetting news for JR Shepard, who is definitely into the points lead now and is just hoping for a clean race to the end. He's really hoping nobody's going to upset his groove, and he's now been able to break a little bit of distance away from Matt Hoos.
Yeah, it looks like JR slowly inching out a little bit every lap. A tenth here, a tenth there, half a tenth, a quarter of a tenth.
But he's so consistent, and that's really what makes the difference. If you can have that 10th every lap and everybody else can't do that, you're going to pull away.
And, I mean, he's so experienced and so seasoned, it's hard to fluster JR moving around in this mirror. You really got to give him a bump to get him to ride a little bit.
To know you're there. Yeah, rear view mirrors seem to be for things in the past, especially if you're JR and you're out front. Here we go into lap 42. Just a rundown over the field again. We've got J.R. Shepard out front and Matt Hoos second. We've got Chris Davis third and Donnie Moore fourth and Pearson's fifth. So on this track, one of the interesting parts that most of the people back at home probably don't realize is that these corners are 12-degree bank, straightaways are 10 degrees. And this is actually the home of the world-famous bologna burger. Everybody's heard of the bologna burgers, especially if you've watched NASCAR. And this is the home of where that started.
Honestly, I can say I've never had a bologna burger.
Oh, me either. Me either. I don't trust what's in bologna. I don't think we can even talk about what's in bologna on here, right?
Well, with 4 laps to go, I think it'd be full of bologna if you think anybody's going to have anything for J.R. Shepard at this point.
He's really pulling away at this point. And Matt Hoos, he's trying. He's maintaining a great race pace at this point, but he's really hoping for a miracle at this point. But Chris Davis, he's got to be very happy with this showing. I mean, ending up third, it was a solid performance. I mean, he was very aggressive, but he was able to maintain or make those positions as well.
Yeah, well, Chris has been gone for a few weeks. I mean, and it's hard coming back, getting back to used to racing, especially when these cars are a tough car to handle.
White flag, and J.R. Shepard, he's coming back around for one more time, which seems like a milk run for him. As he comes back around turn 4, takes the checkered flag. J.R. Shepard is our winner here at South Boston Speedway. Well, we're going to go and take a quick commercial break, and we will be back with the official timing and scoring and some interviews with the drivers. Stay tuned.
Streaming cyberspace into your place. Sponsored by Gargamel's Kitchen. From Five Flags Speedway, it's the Virtual Grip Network's final round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's late model series. From Pensacola on this Saturday night, John Hine, along with yours truly, Bill Stoops, on high up in the broadcast booth to bring you our words eye view. We play Ryan Seneker, turning the knobs and pushing the sliders. Chug-a-lug, makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho!
Welcome back, guys, and here are your official results here for the Tour Modified Series for the Bootleg Racing League. We've got J.R. Shepard, he finished number 1 today, and we've got Matt Hoos popping into the second spot. Chris Davis, being away for a few races, showed his medal today and finished third. Donnie Moore ran into some trouble after running a really good race and ended up fourth. For the effort, really bad day for our points leader John Wilson, who ended up finishing 6th. We've got Bruce Pearson, who kind of rode around in 5th all day and was able to maintain position, and that's a skill in itself. To finish out the rest of the field, we have Joe Segala, Tom Hilbert, Chris Haslip, and Jeffrey Harden was not in this race. All right, and it looks like we've got Matt Hoos. We're gonna talk with our second place finisher today. Hey Matt, how you doing today?
Oh, all right. Had a decent finish out of today. Started ninth and got involved in a little kerfuffle there, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, that word was used up here to describe the chaos that we saw ensuing there. We were really pulling for you there to see what you could do to try to shake JR, especially when Donnie was still in front of him. And you capitalized, when Donnie had that slip up, and it was kind of interesting. We were wondering if Chris was going to show his head in there, but it kind of leveled out to a pretty smooth race. Around 5 to go, I would believe that you were just making sure you were going to finish and not try to torque the car and spin it.
Yeah, at that point, I was just trying to stay with JR, and that's all you can really do, because he's not one to prone to make mistakes, and the high groove just was not working. So the only way to get him off the bottom would be to move him, and that's just not my style of racing.
Absolutely, and Matt, it was fun watching you race today, and having this consistent finishes in modifieds, it's got to get you pretty psyched for the SK series coming up tomorrow as well, huh?
Yeah, I love the SK. It's my favorite car on here, and I just hope I have a better finish this week than last week. Last week, I can't really say I even got started. Involved in 3 wrecks and 10 laps, so it can't get any worse than that.
It was funny, we were talking after that race where I said that I felt like I was the one that initiated all the rest of that. But next week, this next race tomorrow, you're gonna have a field there without me in it, because I'm gonna be commentating, but I'm gonna be pulling for you. You're the one I want to win that championship.
Well, thanks. It's a long way to try to reach Hardin, but especially I was within reach until last week happened. Now I'm like a full race out of it, but anything can happen.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, thank you for talking with us tonight here. And is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Oh, Lowell for putting this thing on, and you guys up in the booth. You're giving it a shot and doing good at it, and just keep that up. And our team, I can't think right now. Holy crap, Thunder Ridge Racing, our team, and just the time we spend trying to work on some things, and and all the people that watch out there makes it more fun.
It does, absolutely. And speaking of which, if you have an interest in driving for the Bootleg Racing League, definitely stop over to their website and fill out an application. Choose which series you want to run in, and we'll see you out there on the track as well. Well, Matt, we were very impressed with your running tonight, and another excellent performance. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Brandon, and Jeffrey, Ryan, all you guys up here in the booth. Good job.
Absolutely. We appreciate it, Matt.
A good race, Matt.
All right, and we've got the man that we really wanted to talk to here to see what his impressions on the race were. So, John, what happened?
Well, I think it was Chris Hazlip and Tom get together, and I tried to duck down underneath them to get through, and they must have just caught the back end of my car. I don't know. I'll have to go back and look at it. And the next thing I knew, I was going around in circles.
Yeah, we saw you try to avoid that, and it got caught up on it right towards the rear end of your car, and that's what tilted you up towards the wall. The back half of the field all got it too. So once you were able to come back out of the pits, was it hard to find a groove again, or was something off, or just it kind of?
Well, I never actually pitted. I just stayed out there. So the car just didn't seem to have drive off. I don't know if it was something from hitting the wall or what, but Yeah, I couldn't get any kind of lap times out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that probably would explain it. Yeah, you were definitely hitting in the rear quarter panel there. So we were trying to sort our abacuses out here, and we believe you still are in the lead of the points due to the fact that you were only 6 spots out, and he needed 7 points.
Yeah, I know it's pretty close. It's hard to keep that 98 car behind you no matter where you are.
Well, John, you've got five flags Speedway next week. Do we see a desperate John Wilson, or do we see a John Wilson that is just not? He's going to win it.
Oh, I don't know about that. I think I'll have to put a lot of laps in this week to see if I can pull something out of a hat.
Well, we're going to be here watching every moment of it, and I really hope that you can. And I'm real sorry for you tonight, and a real bummer there for you. And to be taken out so early, and it really wasn't anything you could do to avoid it. But John, thanks for speaking with us tonight, and I can't wait to talk to you next week and see where we're at.
Yeah, no problem, buddy. Have a good night.
You too, John.
Well, Brandon, it was an entertaining race. Definitely tighten up the points lead. I think this is the tightest points lead in all of BRL right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think John really is nervous, but I think he's going to put in the hours of practice to really give us a good showing. And we'll see how that all pans out next week. It's going to be a race that you guys don't want to miss. Of course, Bootleg Racing League is a sim league that offers competitive online racing for events for sim racers around the world. The league is focused on short track oval racing and offers a variety of racing series and championships throughout the year, including SK modifieds, tour modifieds, street stocks, super late models, and late model stocks. The league's focus is on clean racing and sportsmanship to help create a fun and fair environment for all participants, and use of the iRacing simulator platform ensures that the racing is as realistic as possible. To learn more about Bootleg Racing League, head on over to bootlegracingleague.com. And let's see here.
And that brings tonight's broadcast to a close. If you like what you saw here tonight, catch us again next week, same time, same place, same channel. See if we can watch JR chase down John Wilson, if John Wilson's got what it takes to hold him off.
Absolutely. And of course, tomorrow we've got the street stocks as well. That broadcast is going to be coming to you at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I believe Soup Zahn is going to be in the booth for that one, along with, I believe, Matt Hoos, but... along with Ryan and Matt Hoos, actually. So Soup will not be there, but Ryan and Matt Hoos will be calling that one, and we can't wait for you guys to be able to see that race come to a conclusion as well. So everything you've seen and heard here tonight was made possible by Skidder Creek Motorsports Group, home to the Bootleg Racing League, GT Racing League, Thunder Ridge Racing, Virtual Grip Network, and more. For more information, visit them at skiddercreek.com. This has been a production of BRL TV, a broadcasting service aimed at giving up-and-coming commentators a place to get their feet wet in the world of sim race broadcasting. If you ever wondered if you had what it takes to commentate live races, this is your chance to get some experience with no pressure. Just show up and talk. If interested on getting in on the fun, visit bootlegracingleague.com to find out how. From all of us here at the BRL TV crew, thank you for watching and have a great night. Bye, guys.